It's now time for NRG This Week. NRG stands for Network Referral Group. To learn more about NRG, go to their website, NRG.Online. It's now time for another episode of NRG This Week.
Hey everybody, Leon Thomas here with Mike Weiner. Mike is the founder and CEO of Network Referral Group, commonly known as NRG, and you're here for NRG This Week. Hey Mike, how you doing?
Hey, Leon, I am doing super dandy. New one. How are you doing today?
Oh, you're super dandy. That would mean there's even levels of dandy.
Of course,
All right, because
three levels.
there's three levels. What are the three levels of dandy? That sounds like it would be a great quiz question or test question. What are the three levels
Moderate
of dandy?
dandy. What did I say? Great dandy. Moderate dandy, great dandy, and super great dandy. And by the time the show is over, I'm going to be super dandy. How's that? I'm
I
right in the
like
middle
it.
right now.
I
I'm right in
like
the
it.
middle.
Even if you can't come up with it, just I want everyone to know you are super dandy, and you have been for a long, long time. And I value your super dandiness, and I value our friendship and our relationship. And folks, if you want to know about NRG, here's what you do. You have to find out about the world's best networking organization, but it's more than just networking, right? You need to go to NRG.Online, find out about NRG, right? And here's what else you can do. You can contact Mike via email. His email address is mike@networkreferralgroup.com, or you can even give him a phone call, send him a text at 443-756-9656. So get in touch with Mike. Let him know you saw NRG this week and tell him you want information on the best networking organization in the world. Mike, tell me what's new with NRG? What's happening? Give me some updates.
Things are popping, Leon. Lots of new members coming in. We're getting a real big surge from our members have been referring people in. We've signed up all kinds of industries. A woman that does destination weddings, got to get her on this show. She came to me, Leon. We did not have a lot of people. Doesn't matter if you got the quality. She joined, had a financial advisor join recently, just all kinds of industries. And if you're out there and you really need to jumpstart your business, reach out to Leon, reach out to me. Leon and I have known each other a minute. We have known each other a minute.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. And folks, let me tell you again, if you want to grow your business and want to grow your business through networking, which Mike, I just don't understand why anyone wouldn't want to grow their business through networking.
It's beyond me, man. It's beyond me. There's sometimes people come and it's not the right timing. And they come back and they apologize to me 6 months, a year. I remember a woman, she goes, I am so sorry I didn't join 3 years ago. I'm like, it's okay. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing counseling. I'm like, it's okay. It wasn't the right time. I mean, I'm very proactively on,
Right?
but I'm not going to chase anyone. People need to meet me in the middle. They want to grow. If you're motivated to grow, and I should not have to convince you to join. That's not what this is about. You come in, you're at a high energy level because I'm big on law of attraction, high vibration, like I always am, Leon. I roll out of bed, I'm low vibration. I eat breakfast, I get to high vibration. So I'm not perfect, like none of God's children's are perfect, but we're perfect for each other. How's that?
There you go.
So I kind of pulled that one out. So excited. Reach out to me. Leon and I have known each other 25 years, 2 months. 16 hours and 15 seconds, something like that.
Hey, Mike, we're not supposed to talk sports, so we won't. We're going to talk Dr. Z, Dr. Michael Zollicoffer instead. You met him when you were a guest on Wake Up
I did.
Baltimore. Dr. Zollicoffer was recognized by Baltimore City Mayor Brandon Scott last week during the mayor's State of the City address. They did a highlight
Wow.
video about Dr. Z and talked about him. It's about a 7 to 10 minute piece. So Dr. Michael Zollicoffer, and those of you you're not aware of what we're talking about, if you just Google Dr. Zollicoffer, Zollicoffer, you're going to see the two stories that were news stories that were done on him by WMAR TV in Baltimore and on CBS News with Steve Hartman on the road. You're going to see those two pieces, and you know exactly what we're talking about at that point. Um, Providing free healthcare, unheard of, right? It's just outstanding what he's doing, Mike. So I wanted to give you an update there on our friend, Dr. Michael Zolikoff.
Tell Dr. Z I said hello. He's such a classy gentleman. I love when you had me on that show. Was it Wake Up Baltimore?
That's
I
right.
think it
Wake up,
was.
Baltimore. Yeah,
Yeah, what a classy guy. Definitely give him my regards, Leon, and really enjoy getting to meet him. I'd love to meet him live sometime.
yeah. We'll get that arranged. Yeah, Mike, tell us about our guest today. Who do we have with us on NRG this week today?
So I am really excited, Leon. This is one of our newer members, and I had not really selected anyone until yesterday. And her name is Anissa. She's really new. She's very unique with what she does. Got a great personality. She's fit into NRG real well. And I asked her yesterday to be on, and she was delighted to be on. I know we're going to have a great time. So we're really looking to help Anissa grow her business. And Anissa, it's great to have you here. Welcome to NRG this week. Leon, I've been doing this over 3 years. Not every member has made it here. I could say they haven't qualified. I could do a little posture, but I really, you and I connected right away. You came to the meeting, you joined, you loved the meeting. We were talking before the show. You fit in really well. You've got a great personality about you. You have a great aura when you come in. I feel the good positive vibes. I can't say that about everybody, but we don't talk about those because I stay positive. That's why we're staying out of the Leon don't want to go baseball because it's not positive here in Baltimore, even though we did beat the Yankees the other night. So Anissa, welcome to NRG this week.
We're not talking about that loss to the Yankees. That is off the table.
You mean the loss from yesterday?
Yes.
Ooh, are you an Oriole fan or a Yankee fan or
I'm a Yankee fan.
Okay, well, it's been nice having her on the show.
Really? Come on.
Anissa, there
So
there are like three things that can get you dismissed from any of the shows that the
Steelers.
Leon Thomas Group produces, which is one. This is one of them. There are some things that can get you dismissed. Mike, you just said one of them. What is it?
Steelers. Oh my God,
Steelers?
Anissa, if you mentioned Steelers, you'd
You're
be
done.
back to Kansas in a heartbeat.
You're done,
Why
We
would
do
you
right?
not like
mention the Steelers?
The
Come on.
next one, there's kind of two more tied together in baseball. Yankees and Red Sox, done. And the other one is pickleball. If you say pickleball, that like gets you that's like a lifetime ban, pickleball. I
like
mean,
type yet.
we have standards. We have standards. But I mean, that's where we are right now. But anyway, we're not supposed to talk about sports. But
Okay.
I want to
now
add
that
one
we
thing
now
real quick.
Mike and I can't bring it up, but you did.
Hey, Leon, I want to say something to Anissa. I am obviously an Oriole fan, but your guy Aaron Judge has got the most beautiful swing I've ever seen. He hits a lot of homers, and I can't stand it when he hits it against the Orioles. Like you guys hit 3 homers at the beginning of the game yesterday. It's like boom, 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 and it was the game was over.
Yeah,
We didn't even need to play the game.
right.
He should have
Yeah.
forfeited because of too much pollen in the air or something like that.
Something, something. Yeah. So Anissa, tell us about you. Tell us what you do.
Well, thank you so much for that warm introduction and for having me on. I really appreciate it. And so I'm Anissa Hudak. I am coming at you from Manhattan, Kansas, where the livestock outnumber the people. And I am the founder of Phoenix Women, where I get to work with traumatized women who are in the pursuit of healing. I specialize working with sexual trauma. However, all trauma is welcome. And that includes, clowns and dolls and muggings and whatever. Um, Trauma is individual. And so I help women in the pursuit of healing.
Oh, right on. And how long has this been a passion and profession of yours? How long have you been doing this?
Well, so I help women move trauma out of their bodies and out of their unconscious. So for the somatic work, moving it out of their bodies, I am a yoga therapist and I've been doing that for about 10 years. And then the neuro work, which is moving it out of their unconscious, I've been doing for about 2 years now, 2 years.
Hmm. And when you talk about moving it out of your body and your subconscious, so I don't know what that means. What do you mean when you say that?
Well, as far as the body is concerned, the body stores trauma on a molecular level. And actually, some muscle groups hold on to it more than others. And so in yoga therapy, we actually target those areas and we get those muscles to literally release the trauma that it's holding. And so that's how we do it from the body. From the unconscious, we allow the unconscious a chance to process the experience that you've had, the traumatic experience. Literally, it gives it just a space where it can process the situation, process the emotions, and make sense of it. And literally just be able to walk away and be done with it.
Hmm. And Mike, you and I both have probably had or know someone who's had some type of traumatic experience and they need to get rid of it, right? They need to let it go. And one of the things that I remember for years saying before I understood counseling, before I understood the benefits of some other types of therapies, so to speak, that I would just say, you just need to get over it. You just need to let it, that's over. That was 5 years ago. Get over it. You're still upset. That was 10 years ago. Stop. Stop. Don't talk to me about it anymore. Get out of here. I guess that wasn't right, huh, on this.
Everyone deals with trauma in their own way, and that's that's a way. May not be a great way, but it's a way of handling things.
Yeah.
However,
Oh,
we know that
you're being so nice. Look at you being so nice here on NRG this week. People are coming to me saying, "Hey, I'm suffering, I'm hurting," and I'm going, "Suck it up." What happened here? I don't know why my camera off screen. I have no idea why my camera and everything just stopped working. I have no idea, but we're back. We're back. So anyway, I was being nice, but anyway, go ahead, Anissa. You were saying.
you know everyone has a everyone's trauma is individual, and there's no right or wrong way to go about it. You just need to find the right way for you. And that's the important thing, is to never give up trying different things. Counseling is a great thing. My method, you actually don't have to talk about it, which is great. It's incredibly effective, it's gentle, and you don't have to talk about what the big scary thing is in
Mhm.
order to be able to put it to bed, if you will.
Okay. Okay. Now we have your contact information, your contact card there, the link for it. So folks, as you're watching the show, do one of these numbers, all right? Because it's not a clickable link, but here's what you do. Take out your mobile device, right? So if you're watching a recording, a replay of NRG this week, just hit the stop. Like you're watching on YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook, wherever you're watching, just click like stop, pause, and then take your mobile device and go clicky, and now you have it, right? And then you can get in touch with Anissa to find out how she can help you and to learn more about her. One of the things that as I have matured is I recognize the importance of there are ways to deal with situations, right? And Mike, you've probably you understand that too, right, Mike? As we've gotten
Yeah,
older, I mean,
absolutely.
when you and I met 25 years ago, it wasn't like this for us, right?
Different, very different.
Yeah. Yeah, so now, and I so much respect professionals like you in this, who bring something else to the table as other ways for folks to think about, what they can do to improve their lives, right? And I got to think it's also improving the lives of those around them, because if one isn't their full self because of a trauma that they're thinking about that's impacting their body and their mind, they can't be their full selves for their family, children, loved ones, where they volunteer, anything else. Am I on target with that, or is that just a crazy Leon thought?
No, that's absolutely on target. And, the thing about trauma is the oxygen mask. When you're on a plane and they say, if the oxygen masks drop, put yours on first before you help your neighbor, your child, or whatever's next to you. You have to deal with yourself first before you can be full and your magnificent self to be with those around you.
Wow, that I love that analogy. The oxygen mask, and they tell you, take care of yours, take care of you first before you help someone else. And I know many people that help others, and there's so many parts of their lives that deteriorate: their health, eating habits, they don't exercise, they stress over, I mean, whatever it is, right? I mean, they're not taking care of themselves. I needed what you just helped me. We don't even need to do any more of the show. I just got my win right there. I'm going to find an oxygen mask. All right. And I'm going to put an oxygen mask right here in the studio. I'm going to put an oxygen mask at the racquetball courts, where we run the largest youth racquetball program in the country, racquetballrevival.com. That's why you're not allowed to say pickleball. I'm going to put one in my bedroom, my living room, I'm going to put oxygen mask everywhere as a reminder of that. I'm serious when I say you help me. Just think with that analogy. Thank you.
Well, I'm
Thank you.
glad.
Thank you. Mike, you bring great guests to us here.
You know what? Great guests keep coming in. I'm manifesting them, and Anissa is obviously phenomenal. So now I'm excited to have her here. I'm excited to
Yeah.
ask her. So I've got about 4 questions I'm going to ask. And you
Four
know what,
questions.
Anissa, Leon's got a big, I think a bowling ball and a trombone. That's probably going to be replaced by next trumpet. Next week, it'll probably be the oxygen mask.
It will
I can
be
see
the
him putting it. Well, check this out, Anissa. You won't see this anywhere else. No other podcast anywhere in the world. Watch what he look at this. It's Stevie Wonder.
Oh my goodness. You
you
really do
think
have a trumpet.
Oh, did you wait a minute, hold on. We got all kind of goodies here. Hold on, don't get excited about that. We have a racquetball racket,
Not pickleball, but racquetball.
not pickleball. Hold on. Do you know what this is?
Bowling ball.
Bocce ball.
Yeah, close. A duck pin bowling ball. Yes, we
Okay.
have that. Hold on, I'll grab two more goodies and then we'll go to commercial break and then we'll come back. Hold on. We got two more goodies here.
I got him started in this. Oh my lord!
Oh, I'm
It's Donald
sorry.
Duck.
I'm so sorry.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh,
And wait a minute. Where's
did
where's
you
my
steal that
new
from a small child?
Oh no, I actually bought it.
Oh, I'm
I
really
went to
sorry.
Yeah,
I think I think it's drama from the Orioles not
I
getting
went
too
to the
far
store
last year in the
and bought
playoffs.
it. And ready? And a one and a two.
It's a back scratcher at the end.
I think the oxygen mask will find a home right there with all those items.
Yes,
Yes.
it will.
I see. We got a new toy for Leon.
But none of these other toys are going to change my life the way the oxygen mask will. And I mean, I just joked and did all that, but I am straight up for real serious. That analogy has helped me more than you really would recognize. Seriously.
Well,
Thank
I'm
you.
glad. I'm
Thank you.
glad.
Thank you. Yeah. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. When we come back, you and Mike are gonna talk some. It's great having you here.
Thank you.
Anissa, it's great to meet you. We'll talk some more, but what we'll do now is take a brief commercial break with messages from the Leon Thomas Group. All the ads and everything that you see here were designed, completed, everything done by members of the teams at the Leon Thomas Group. Here we go.
At Rod's Car Repairs, we work on all cars, old cars, new cars, and your car. Car Repairs by Rod.io.
Baked by Brianna has been your Baltimore hometown bakery since 1969. Located in Roxton Plaza, Baked by Brianna. Visit bakedbybrianna.io.
From the creative team that brought you The Browning Project and Dead by Morning comes a new thriller that will change the way you look at white-collar crime forever. Falling from the Sky.
Water. It's everywhere. We drink it, we bathe with it, we cook with it. Coffee's made with water. Toilets won't flush without it. It's used for washing clothes, dishes, utensils, pots, pans, floors, and our teeth. Plants and crops need water, animals drink it, and fish need it too. And don't forget, we can have a lot of fun in the water. Water. What would we do without it?
I'm Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. Podcast, virtual events, webinars, streaming shows, and so much more. We want to be your partner in all things virtual.
Hey, welcome back to NRG This Week. I'm Leon Thomas with NRG CEO and founder Mike Weiner. And our guest today is Anissa Hudak. Right here is her information. Take a snapshot of that in the lower part of our screen. Then you can get in touch with Anissa to find out how she can help you in so many ways, just like she has helped me think of something differently. Anissa, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to back away, and you and Mike can go ahead and have a groovy conversation, and then I will join you later. So now, leaving Studio 54, turning it over to my longtime friend, the guy I've known for 2.5 minutes, the guy who once took me to a government contractor's office and helped me book $250,000 in hotel rooms in 20 minutes. Your friend and mine. You know him, you love him. You love him, you know him. It's now the show is his, Mike Weiner.
That was the greatest introduction I've ever had. So, Anissa, great to have you here. I love what you're doing. It's very, very unique. What's the backstory? There's usually a backstory of why someone started. You're obviously very passionate. You've got a cause. Was there someone that you was dear to your heart, a family? And if it's too personal, we'll jump right through it. But there's usually a backstory or a motivator or a reason. And I always like to kind of find out what motivated you to start your company.
Well, life is a journey.
Yeah.
And I am a 2-time sexual assault survivor. And I found myself in yoga teacher trainings. I had no aspirations of ever teaching, and yet here I was. And I had just started a course of teacher trainings in, it's called Warriors, and it was for military and PTSD. And I wanted to bring it back to my community. I live in a big, active and retired military community. And I was about halfway through the first day, and I realized that the first person I had to work on was me. That my trauma from my very first sexual assault had really crawled into the nooks and crannies of my life and was holding me back in ways that I didn't want it to. So I started working on it. And then several years later, I was sexually assaulted again. And so I kind of put on my clinician hat and said, okay, what would I tell my client to do? So then I took it off and I said, all right, now I got to get to work. And I started working, and I had a practice here where I had, ladies coming in, and a yoga studio, and they would say the same thing. We feel great after we have class, and then we go into talk therapy and we feel like crap again. And we don't feel like we're getting anywhere. We just keep talking about the same thing over and over again, and we're not accomplishing anything. And I really felt them because I too was in talk therapy, and it was a great thing. However, I wasn't getting anywhere either. And I did feel great after being on my mat. My mat is my lifeline. Without that, I wouldn't be here. However, I couldn't get forward with the talk therapy. And then I started doing some research. I'm like, in this day and age, there's got to be a better way. We have to have a better mousetrap than just talk therapy. And that's when I found this group of neurotechniques, and I actually got trained in them. And so now I'm able to do that as well for ladies. And I love what I do. I have the best gig in the whole wide world. And I get to help those who are like me.
It's awesome. I love your answer. You got the best gig, and I got the best gig. It doesn't have to be mutually exclusive. How's that? Um, Give us a success story. Obviously, don't mention the name, but give us someone that you've worked with, and you were, whether it's the yoga, and you were able to help them move from point A to point B, whatever that looks like. But we've got viewers that are watching this now. This will be on the NRG YouTube channel. Um, and then you and I'll have it on Facebook and LinkedIn. Someone could look at this in 3 years, 5 years. It could be the year 2030. And they go, oh, NRG this week. Wow, what was that? All the way back in 2025. So take 2 minutes and give us a success story that you've been able to help one of your clients with.
One of the clients that really is near and dear to my heart. I had the opportunity of working on Fort Riley at the Warrior Transition Battalion, and that is for active and retired military personnel who were dealing with some sort of medical illness, whether it's physical or mental, emotional, what have you. And I had this gentleman come up to me, and he said to me, we had just had a session, and I had done something called a body scan meditation. And he came up to me afterwards and he said, I've never taken a tour of my own body. He said, I've lived in this body for 55 years, and I've never taken a tour of it like you introduced me to my body today. And he said, I want to thank you. I never knew that those parts of me existed. I never paid any mind to them. I certainly didn't thank them for being there and the work that they do. And he's like, I just want to thank you for introducing me to my body. And I just couldn't believe that here's this man, 55 years, and he had never really paid much of mind to his body. How sad is that? So that's one of the ones that really sticks out to me as being near and dear to my heart.
That's got to make you feel great. That's just an amazing, amazing testimonial. So, can you believe in this? So, there's people out there that have been in other networking groups, sometimes successful, sometimes not. Some people don't think they even need one. So, you've been with me not real long, but I'm going to ask you the question anyway. You came to the meeting, you and I talked afterwards, you joined immediately, and that blew your phone up. Like I blew up everybody's phone. What do you like? You've been with me, I think, under 2 weeks. Am I about right?
I think it's 8 days.
8 days. You've been with me short time. What do you Why would you encourage someone to come to an NRG meeting? What has it done for you just in your short time? And sometimes things are revenue driven, they're not, they're friendship, it could be anything. But and I have not asked you this, obviously, but I do it on NRG this week, every week. And then I'll have a really cool wrap up question, and then we'll bring Leon back. But what have you enjoyed so far with NRG?
Authenticity. I look for that. I want to do business with people that I know, like, and trust, um, who are authentic. They're not out for the buck. They want to see you succeed. They would love to, also succeed, obviously, but they know they're giving. They're not about the receiving. And you and all of the people that I have met are authentically into giving and seeing other people succeed. And that doesn't happen very often. And it appealed to me. You can just tell that there's a good vibe or a not so great vibe. And there was a good vibe here. So why not join?
I love it. You kept it very simple. I love it. People come to me all the time. Sometimes it's a month, sometimes 6 months, sometimes 3 years. And they go, "How do I make more money?" And I go, "Do you really want to make more money?" And they go, "Yes." I go, "You need to serve more people." Right around the time we went to Zoom, I've had energy a long time, it's 25 years, ups and downs, and different presidents, and we won't even touch that. But I really got law of attraction around the time we went to Zoom, serving people, helping people. And you know what's funny? There's some people that come there and they doubt me and they don't believe it. And I look at them and I go, "It's all good. You don't have to. NRG is not for everybody." I mean, there's people that just they're so wrapped up in this, in the news and the negative, and they can't get out from their own shadow. And I look for people like you. And I loved your answer. I appreciate that. And I love I've run 25,000 Zooms. That's a lot of Zooms. When Leon and I used to go to meetings, we used to go to this one drama center in Columbia. It was ice on. I mean, we drove there. We walked through ice. It was just, meetings don't get canceled now because I'm on Zoom. We could have 3 feet. Maybe someone doesn't have power, but no, I loved your answer. Last question, my favorite question, and thank you for everything. It's been awesome having you. What have I not asked you? I love this question. That you'd like to. You got 2 minutes, and then we're going to wrap up, and we'll bring the guy back with the trumpet. What have I not asked you that you'd like to take 2 minutes? It can be about your company. It can be mindset. Anything that you feel is super relevant to wrap us up. And maybe it's a benefit that you look. A lot of I know you work with more women. A lot of women are traumatized. Maybe Mary has a friend but doesn't know how to connect you. That's kind of can be an awkward one. That's not the normal referral where a three-way text. Oh, can you meet with you? You know what I mean? So, maybe, if you want to address that, how do you get someone in touch with you that maybe it's a friend? Because that's a very, unique situation. Or just talk about something that you would like to talk about, and then we'll take 2 minutes and wrap up.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Where do I go with that? Let's see. So if you are a loved one and you have someone in your life who is struggling with some sort of trauma, PTSD, so number one, there is support out there. You are not alone, and they are not alone. One of the things that I offer is a free group that's available online. And it does include caregivers and those who have been traumatized. And it's really about, how to help, how to be there. Just know that you're not alone. you can reach out and say, "Hey, I have a friend. How best do I support them? How best do I serve them? How can I get them into contact with you?" And so that's I've had that happen many times, and so I'm very versed in that. I hope that answers that question. Um,
I love that answer. I love that. It's a great answer. Love it. Love it.
cool. And so the
Awesome.
link that Leon had at the bottom, that is for my digital business card. You can reach out to any of my social media contact links there. You can schedule a call with me. Everything's there. And I'm kind of like a bad penny. I keep showing up on social media, like all the places. So, you know,
I've been trying to think about. There's so many things to like about you.
you're very sweet to me. Thank you.
You're so composed. That's what I get because so many people they come and they ramble, and I try to work with them. But you're a really cool person in this. I think you're amazing. That's why I invited you on. I mean, it's I want to bring people here that we can impact. And I think you call me often. I can't even say the word, but I'm not going to argue with you about it. That's just my folks raised me a certain way, and thank you and please and manners, and we've kind of gotten away from that in this society. But I think you're concerned, you're composed, and you're very authentic too. So I'm going to bring the big guy back. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, and I loved your answer. I kind of put you on the spot. That was a tough question, but that's what I'm saying. You're Leon. Was she not composed on that last question? How do you bring someone to her that is a friend or whatever? And I loved having you on here, Anissa, and I'm going to turn it. But reason we say Studio 54 is I love disco music.
Who
I just
doesn't?
when I proposed to Tanya, the next night I took her to see KC and the Sunshine Band in National
Oh,
Harbor, which is borders on Maryland, DC, and Virginia. She
mhm.
said it was the best concert ever. Of course, she had a ring on her finger, and we're getting married October 18th. And as passionate as I am about networking, we're going to have Tanya on eventually, Leon. It would be great. I thought about proposing to her all over again. Hey, Anissa, when a 60-year-old man proposes to a woman, he goes down on both knees, and then she helped me up. So,
I
anyway,
was gonna
Leon,
say
back to you.
he doesn't
But
get back up.
but what we need to know is, are you going on vacation again after you get married?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh
Okay,
yeah, yeah. We're
just
good.
curious.
We just got back from a cruise.
Oh, we
So,
know, we know.
well, I heard about Leon blowing that thing up. What kind of like making the Orioles win the World Series or something? Blew it way up.
Alyssa, I love it. I love it. Mike, so where are you going on the honeymoon?
It looks like we are doing Myrtle Beach because we've got another cruise this year. We are also going to Cape Cod. So we've got a bunch. You know what, Anissa? I've worked, Leon knows really, I've worked super hard and running 34 of these a week, it's kind of tiring. And I mean, I got to drop weight. I'm working on losing weight for the wedding. I'm really excited about that. But looks like Leon Myrtle Beach. We've been back and forth Disney World, or we may wind up going to Disney World. That's the other. We're still
Okay.
kicking it around.
All
One
right.
week it's Myrtle, then next week it's Disney. So
Now,
we'll see. But
I
Studio
often
54. Yeah, I was going to
I
say real
often
quickly on Studio
yeah,
54 in this. Do you remember that in New York
I
where
do.
Madonna
Yeah.
and all the folks did
Yeah,
disco?
right.
They came out of there. So on my satellite
Mhm.
radio, they've got Station 54, Studio 54. So I always say to Leon, our new visitor is Anissa. Welcome her to Studio 54.
That's it. Now, Anissa, I'm going to provide some marriage counseling, premarital counseling to Mike.
Run.
Okay,
Let me know.
here we go. Here we go. I don't know what if I even want to hear this. I might turn off the screen. No, I'm just kidding.
They say that I've heard people say marriage is about compromise, and I say it's not. It's truly give and take. It's it's not compromise. And here's my analogy for that. Mike, if you want a vacation in California and Tanya wants to vacation in New York, and you're both, you're unhappy about that, and you say, okay, let's compromise. The compromise is Kansas. You don't want to go to Kansas, right? And Anissa
No,
confirm, right? So it's give and take. This year we'll go to California. Next year we'll go to New York. There's not compromise in
I've
marriage.
got 5 rules. Real quick, I know we're running out of time. I got 5 rules. Rule 1, I love Tanya. Rule 2, if I'm wrong, I apologize. Rule 3, if she's wrong, I apologize. Rule 4, if we don't know who's wrong, I apologize. Rule 5, go back and check out Rule 1. Those are my 5 rules. And I
As
posted
it
that on
should be.
Facebook.
As it should be.
You like that? This is my second and final wife, Anissa. My first wife gave me 2 great kids, but Tanya is truly the love of my life.
I like it.
I wake up and I thank God upstairs for bringing this beautiful woman to me.
That is great. I hope things continue to work well. You're so happy, and I enjoy seeing my
You've
friends
never
happy.
seen me this happy. I'm
I really
usually in
haven't.
counseling with you. I'm usually in counseling.
And
Hey, Leon, you
Anissa,
got
that's
30
when
minutes?
and that's
No,
when I
I don't
go,
have it
suck it
30.
up, get over it, put your man pants on. Right on. Well, Anissa, it's been great having you here. And I'm going to display your information one more time. There it is, so folks, you can go ahead and take a snapshot of it, and then get in
Thank you so much for
contact with
having me.
Anissa so she can meet with you to figure out how y'all can work together, and she can help you. So thanks again for being with us.
Well,
And
thank
everybody,
you.
thanks for watching NRG this week. We'll be back next week, Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. I won't have a back scratch. I mean, I'll have it. I won't show the bowling ball. I won't show the racquetball racket, the trumpet, or the bike helmet. If Amazon delivers on time, I will have my oxygen mask. I will have it right here, live and in concert. Everyone, thanks for watching NRG this week. Take care.